Amaze. You know, it was only a few months ago that the long-range box office tracking for Project Hail Mary was targeting a $40 to $44 million opening weekend for it. And to be honest with you, I didn't scoff at that. Like, as much as I've been excited for Project Hail Mary, I didn't really know if it'd be able to get the audience out because it, you know, the way it was advertised doesn't appeal to everybody. Not everybody's read the book. Obviously, everybody who read the book was going to be excited to see it. But I wondered if people would want to go out there. Well, then something changed. Amazon did those early fan screenings, and the word got out like a tidal wave. Everybody loved it. I'm sure there's some people out there that didn't, but generally speaking, everybody loved it. Audiences were cheering and crying and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, you saw that opening weekend box office projection creeping up and up and up to the point that we talked about it last week, that they were targeting $70 million, which would make it the biggest opening weekend of the year. Well, we've done the science and we've done the calculations, and it even blew past that number. As reported in Variety, Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary scores the biggest debut of the year with $80.5 million, which is roughly about twice as much as what the long-range projections were saying. And it is a new record for an Amazon MGM film. They write the following. Ryan Gosling's sci-fi epic Project Hail Mary lived up to its name, collecting a stellar $80.5 million in its box office launch. And by the way, that does not count the early previews, the fan previews that Amazon did. This is the proper 3-day opening weekend number in its box office launch to deliver a much-needed theatrical win for Amazon MGM. This marks the studio's biggest opening ever, shattering the record set by 2023's Creed 3 with $58 million. It's also the largest debut of the year, above February's slasher Scream sequel, Scream 7, that had a $63 million opening. Heading into the weekend, Project Hail Mary was projected to earn $65 million or more at the domestic box office. Excellent reviews and positive word of mouth helped to propel the initial ticket sales even higher. We are a quarter of a way through the year. So it's not a huge thing to say, this is the best film of the year so far. Ann and I have now seen this movie 3 times. We're going to see it for a 4th time tonight. And I think Ann wants to see it about 7, 8, or 9 times. And I'm okay with that. I love this movie so much. And you know what? It's one of those things where I have appreciated it more and more every time I've seen it. Every time I've seen it, my smile gets a little bigger. I get choked up just a little bit more. My heart glows just a tad bit more than it did the last time. I just adore this movie so freaking much. I love it so much. And seeing the audiences, Rob, I've now seen it with 3 different audiences. And this is one of the great things about the movie theaters, and why movie theaters will always be better than your shitty home theater.
Yeah,
and I include my own in that.
It's not like he was talking to you. He wasn't.
No, I include my own in that. Being in that room with hundreds of other people laughing and crying and gasping and cheering all together. It just creates this unbelievable community experience. And Project Hail Mary is a movie that feeds into that so beautifully and so wonderfully. And I've already talked to several people who have seen it multiple times and are planning on seeing it multiple more times. Rob, a few weeks ago, you guessed that we were going to see Project Hail Mary take under a 55% drop in its second weekend. I think you're 100% right. We could be seeing like a 45% drop.
I think this midweek number is going to be strong too, because you're in the spring break.
Yeah. And the word is just getting out even more and more. And here's the interesting thing. As big of an $80 million opening weekend is, it's not a $170 million opening weekend. There's still a lot of people out there who have not seen Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And this type of word of mouth, it's the type of movie, Rob, that people see it and then they drag other friends to go see it, saying, no, you got to come see this with me. This episode is brought to you by Pocket Hose, the world's #1 expandable hose. Guys, I got to tell you, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is absolutely fantastic. First of all, if you've ever dealt with one of those old school hoses, you know exactly how annoying they are. They kink, they crease up at the spigot, and half the times it feels like you're fighting the hose more than actually watering anything. But the Pocket Hose Copperhead has this pocket pivot that swivels 360 degrees so you get full water flow and way more freedom to move around your home and yard with ease. And here's the part I really love. When you're done, it shrinks right back down to pocket size, which makes it ridiculously easy to carry, handle, and store. And after trying the Pocket Hose, I am never going back. I even now pack it with me and bring it in my camper van. It's that versatile and that good. Plus, it's backed with a 10-year warranty, which is awesome. So for a limited time, my listeners and viewers get a free pocket pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size of Copperhead hose. Just text Campea to 64,000. That's Campea to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. Campea to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. This is the first film of the year that is going to be nominated for Best Picture at the next Oscars that we've had. I don't know that it's going to win, but it's going to be nominated. And I got to tell you, Rob, if you'd asked me 4 months ago, do I think Project Hail Mary could open to 80 million? I would have said, I think that's probably a little overly optimistic. But here we are.
I said last week it would do it.
And I couldn't be happier for it. Rob, you saw these numbers, surprised, not surprised, and where do you see this?
No, I wasn't surprised. You know, I said last week, you asked me, would it go up above 70 million, 79 million or something? I said, yeah, I think 80. And it actually surprised me a little bit. It didn't go higher because, you know, one of the things that I gauge, that I look at, and last week there were 2 things that I saw. Everybody reacting to Paul's war chant from the Dune 3 trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And how many people have made videos about that. And a lot of them are very funny and it's great. The other thing that I've seen a lot on social media, people reacting to this movie. And both of these things are things, because I'm always interested to see how do things penetrate the cultural zeitgeist. And a lot of people, both men and women, young and old, are well, mostly it's younger people because they're online. But the response to this has been really positive. And I think people are really wanting to have this kind of experience in the movie theater. It makes, especially in this day and age where so much of the news is so depressing and it just seems like we're driving off a precipice of our own making. And it's nice to see something that like this, that's life affirming and, you know, ultimately at its core is about all the great things humanity is capable of.
By the way, have you seen this ad yet? That's wrong.
I was like, yeah, we saw the Pocket Hose ad.
That's really, why did that come up? I'll say, I gotta get this.
Maybe refresh.
That should not have come up at all. Yeah, something's gone really wrong with my stuff. Anyway, I can't show it to you, unfortunately.
What's the ad for?
It's a Fandango ad.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
For Project Hail Mary. And okay, well, it's acting funny. It's wrong, but you can bring it up now, Jonathan. Again, it switched out.
Flashed over.
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, it had it for a second, then it switched
it was
over.
there. I saw Ryan Gosling standing there.
All right, just bring this up. I'm not gonna do anything else. Okay, so this is the ad. It's okay. So Rocky's on screen, and he's saying H11, H12, H13, and Ryan Gosling is walking. He goes, "What you doing, Rocky?" He goes, "Buying tickets to Project Hail Mary for me and all friends." Right? And then he's like, "I didn't know you had a phone." And he goes, "Ryan's phone." And he goes, "What are you buying it with? What money?" "Ryan Gosling money." That's the line that kills me. Ryan Gosling money. And he says, "Well, can you at least tell me what seat I'm sitting in?" He's like, "Oh, Ryan wants to come too?" question. And it's just like Rocky. I was talking about this, like how they turn this fucking rock puppet into the most emotionally satisfying character I've seen on screen in a while. It's just joyous and wonderful. And I would watch it. I never like it if studios do this out. And when people suggest things like this, I always shoot it down. But I would be totally down if Amazon announced tomorrow they were doing a Rocky series on Amazon Prime. I'd watch it.
Or how about a classroom series where Ryan Gosling's teaching?
How good would that be?
I mean, I
Like
would
just
watch
actually teaching science.
I think, I think that Ryan Gosling, even though he's a different, I think he's taken a page from Ryan Reynolds. I have not seen the star of a movie. He's also a producer, and he got in on this movie when the book was only in its galley stage before it was published. I don't think I've ever seen a star go harder to promote their own movie in a wonderful way than Ryan Gosling has.
Yeah.
You know,
he has taken a page out of Ryan Reynolds' Dwayne Johnson's book.
Yeah,
He really has.
but he's a different kind of a personality, a different person. It's been look, and the clothes Mark Avery has put on him as stylist. I love all those clothes. I think I want a Ryan Gosling Project Hail Mary press tour line of fashion. Because I want to buy all the shirts that he's wearing and all the t-shirts. And you go, Mark Avery. You guys are doing a good job. But
now, by the way, one of our viewers in the live chat is saying, well, Ryan Gosling is also a producer on the film. A lot of actors are also producers on their films and don't go as hard as Ryan Gosling has gone promoting this.
Yeah, and he was the first person apparently on board this anyway.
Yeah.
So it's very personal to him. But that doesn't mean you have to do as much and go as many different places. And I think partly that's just him. That's just who he is, who and what he is. I think that's why everyone. And can you imagine? I mean, here's the flip side. I bet he thought Blade Runner 2049 was going to be amazing. I love the movie.
You mean big? You thought because it was
big,
amazing.
Big. That's what I mean.
bet he thought Fall Guy was going to be big. I bet he thought Nice Guys was going to be big.
Yeah, and he's never not he's never not gotten all in. He's always been there. I've always loved when Ryan Gosling goes on to Graham Norton. He's always great on the Graham Norton show. It's never like he doesn't show up. He always has shown up for his movies. But for him to show up and have a hit like this, he deserved it. He
really does, because he is. I think he's truly one of the best actors we have.
Oh,
one of the best movie stars we have today.
Totally.
I really think so.
Well, and also look, whether you're going to be loved like McAdams loves Gosling, whether you're going to be in Notebook or whether you're going to be in Only God Forgives and Drive, or whether you're going to be in Half Nelson, or whether you're going to believe Crazy Stupid Love. He's had a great career and he's done a lot of different kinds of movies. And I think, like you said, he's a real movie star.
Yeah.
He's like one of our most affable movie stars.
By the way, I had some people asking in the live chat about sharing the link. All you got to do, guys, is if you just Google Ryan Gosling Rocky Fandango, because it's an ad for Fandango. So just search Ryan Gosling Rocky Fandango, and you should find this video. It's just 30 seconds long, but it's totally delightful. I absolutely love it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Project Hail Mary shattered its box office expectations. It is the #1 opening weekend of the year. I'm sure a little Italian plumber is going to have something to say about that in a couple of weeks from now. But for right now, it's the biggest opening of the year. Whatever you guys think about that, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.